right, sisters, this is as real as it's going to get. It is evening time. I want to say it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock. The night before I do your Thursday video, which is on Obey. And I've been pondering this a lot. So I am out of the shower right now. And again, we're going to be doing a planner video. So I'm going to be talking to you a lot about routines and why routines are important to me. But this is going to be a very vulnerable video. I'm going to be very real about some areas of my life that I struggle with. And in order for me to obey, planners and lists are important for me. And so that's why I just felt like the two just came together and they married each other so well. Planners and obedience. So I just thought to prep myself. This is what I do the night before. If I'm relaxing with my family and having dinner, I have some free time and I relax. But I only allow myself a little bit of that time because I know the dangers in letting myself go and just go and go and go and not get myself to bed on time. And if I'm not working, I love to have my downtime in bed where I'm just reading and relaxing because it sets the tone for my tomorrow and my heart for obedience. It really does. When I slip into laziness, I slip out of obedience. I'm going to repeat that. When I slip into laziness, I slip out of obedience. So I love my planner. It keeps me alert for myself, alert for my family, alert for the things of God. And we're going to see that in a second. So anyway, I just took a shower. I don't shower, but I shower every day, but I don't wash my hair but once a week or maybe twice a week. I know, weird. If you're a once a weeker, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know. But I was just due for it. I did a lot of spin classes and I just, when you're like, I'm washing my hair. That was tonight. So, whether I shower or wash my hair, a lot of times I take a shower in the morning. Not that this matters to you because this is not what this video is about. But normally I shower in the morning. Just tonight, I felt like taking a shower, relaxing. But regardless, shower or not, I always put on my night serums, which you can find this again on my Amazon store, but that's not what it's about. But if you want the best serums, these are them. Timeless is my absolute favorite. So I use a coenzyme and a Matrixyl 3000, and I always use, this is actually empty, my ferric acid, vitamin C and E. This is huge, and this is almost empty. So I really do my face really well. And then a couple nights a week, I go ahead and I roll my face. I just roll. And it just, I don't know why, but it makes me feel good. It just does. I don't know. When you have routines, I'm going to tell you in a minute, and that's where I'm going to get really vulnerable, why routines are important for me. Anytime I play with my face, I want to sneeze. I don't know what the two have in common, but they do. So I roll and get into where all the lines are. This kind of hurts. Not gonna lie. And I'll do this at night. And then after that, I put in, this one's empty too. Goodness, I'm gonna be going to my own store to order tonight. But I lather, and I use these in the morning. After my morning routine, which you've seen, I put this on again, and then I put it on at night. I don't know why, but I love the routines. I thrive on them. They help me be obedient to my body and everything. So routines help me with all of that. And that is the key word. So we're 5 minutes into this video. It's the night before. The key word is being aware of being obedient. Being obedient to what? Being obedient to yourself, being obedient to God, being obedient to your family, being obedient to your health, being obedient to your calling on your life, and being obedient for those around you. Do I fail at all that? Absolutely. But what I'm going to tell you is when I'm in the Word, I feel quickened to obey. But I need to get in the Word. I need to take care of my health. I need to do all this stuff, right? And sometimes as women, we're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm falling behind. I can't keep up with my Bible study. I can't keep up with the workout. How does she do it? How do you do all that? I don't know how you keep it all together. That's what I get from people. Now, I have the characteristics of a lot of ADHD people. This is a true fact. You can ask my husband. So whether that or not, I'm not using that as an excuse. What I'm going to tell you is I've struggled with weight. I've struggled with discipline. I've struggled with habit. I've struggled with the calling of God on my life. I've struggled with my dreams. All of those things are real. I've struggled with relationships. I've struggled with my kids. But here's the thing. When I have a routine and a planner that helps me and a God that tells me what he wants from me, everything else lines up. When I put the effort in and when I show up. When I don't show up and work out, I feel like crap. And my body can go up 30 pounds and down 30 pounds just like that. I wasn't born a skinny mini naturally. Not at all. I always say my mom is tall and long legs and my dad is short. He's got the Italian shortness in him and I got that. And so when you're short, you can eat, I swear, one chip and it shows up. I'm not kidding you. And it'll show up either in my chest area or it shows up in my face, but it shows up like that. But discipline, obedience to my health and my body. I need to show up. The only way I can show up is a planner and tracking and asking God to help me and focus. And so this video is going to get really real and raw because if I just turned around and told you to obey, that's great because we all struggle with that. So I can't come to you fake when I thought about this. I'm a very real person and I struggle every day. I want to be the best mom that I can be, and I always question myself, and I want to have the best health that I can, and I question myself. But it's working this time. My health is working, and it's my planner that's helping me, and my obedience to God that it narrows down. So when we think of the word obey here, you need to be aware of the areas: obeying for your health, obeying for your marriage, obeying for your children, obeying for your household, obeying for your calling, obeying for your job. So there's lots of areas. Honestly, I am a planner nerd. I'm going to let you know that right off the bat. Been a planner nerd all my life. All my life. When there was scratch and smell stickers in my 8th grade, I had a planner and a banana sticker and a root beer sticker on all these pages of my planner. I remember that. I've been a planner at heart. I'm not much now of a decorative planner and a sticker planner, but I need color to track my discipline and my obedience. So what I'm going to do now, done talking, I put everything on. I'm actually gonna, this is the real part. What I do now, and I cannot even find my brush because, it's right in front of me. I brush my hair out, and yes, I gotta go get my roots done next week. Yay. And I do all my serums on my hair. And yes, I have a lot of serums that I put on. And then if I'm not doing this part and I'm just doing my face regimen, right after this, I go downstairs and I write my list for tomorrow. And I'm going to take you and kind of show you that. And then I'm going to end the video and I'll see you in the morning. But if you watched my morning routine, I do not look at my list or anything until after I do my workout. Now, this morning, I didn't work out. Imagine that now. You think I do it every day? No, because the night before I was up till 2 doing printings and stuff for the ministry. So I moved my routine around and I said, well, Lord, I need to get this done, but help me manage it. So it's not about being perfect and doing the same thing every day. That's not, how are you going to do that? That's not expected, but having some sort of a plan will keep you on it most of the week. Okay. Yeah. There's no perfect here. Look at my Grays. Woo, baby. She's got a job to do. So I'm going to go downstairs now. And sometimes the planner's with me right here and I might do it right here. But lately I've been leaving it in my girl cave because I usually go down there. But I like to write my to-do out and know how I'm feeling the night before and what time I went to bed. And I kind of do my morning routine. I write it down. So when I go to bed, I'm already going to bed on that thought. All right. So it's evening time and this is what I do kind of before I go and turn in for the night. I'm not going to do the planner walkthrough now and talk about my planner because I know for some of you that's exciting. I'm just going to go to do exactly what I do the night before I go to bed. And I will go to today, that tab right there. And I usually just flip open to it. And I usually set up my week. So a plain page. So the week at a glance looks like this when I come into it on Monday. So it's plain, just a plain page. So some past, like for example, Ollie clips, you must own those. They are beautiful. They are really fun. Looks like this. So I kind of finish the same way. It's just what I do, same pens. So I am heading into Thursday, and usually the night before I like to write AM routine, and I kind of know where I'm at, and I like to put that I want to get up, I want to spin, I'm going to stretch. When this word says up, that means up. You're going to brush your teeth, wash your face, put your clothes on, and get down to the spin bike. And you watch that on my morning routine. Like, I have to just focus on that part, and that means a lot to me. And so stretch, prayer, abs, read, goals, journal. So that's what I did this day. This day I even I slept in. I went to bed late, so I slept in until about 7:30. So I had my AM prayer, and I only got to read, and then I needed to get to the post office by 8. So it was a little bit of a different morning, but that didn't mean I didn't get in other parts of this during the day. So tomorrow I know exactly what I want to do, and if I plan it the night before, I will do it. So I want my AM routine. I want to get up. I don't know why that word up, just writing it down before I go to bed makes me disciplined because I know what up means. I'm going to spin, and I'm going to do a 35-minute class. I will stretch afterwards, and that's on my mat. And during that time is prayer and meditation. And then I'll read. I'm going to look at my goals for like live and the rest of the week, and the goals for the overall ministry, and then journal. I'll write a few things down. And honestly, I can do this. If I'm up by 6, I can have this done by 8. That's my goal, because our days get away from us. I don't know about you, but I've got other things going on here. We're decorating our family room and doing stuff there. I've got phone calls that I have not returned. My mother's, my other good friend. I have people that are like, where are you? Like, I've got to follow through on the basics. And so usually when I'm doing my work stuff, it takes all day, and then you run out of time. So for me, if I get up and work out, I get it out of the way. If I do not do that, I do not fit it in. Most important discipline tomorrow, and the thing I want to obey, is to my temple, my body, taking care of my health. And I know that I have to get that in. So I will write it down. Same with Friday. We do live at 12. I want to get up, but I like to write this right now, the night right before I go to bed. I don't know why. Leave it open. Right now, I'm going to go upstairs. We're not going to even look at the rest of the planner till tomorrow. All right, sisters, good morning. It is the next day. I always love to show my planner the night before, because it's all about the night before. We're going to go into the planner. I'm not going to do it's funny because if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of planner setups, but the idea of this planner is it's going right along with our Bible study today. So I'll have it as a planner video, but know that it's really matching today, and this is why I do it. First off, one thing you're going to notice in my planner that I write in a lot of places is move the needle today. Move the needle today. Bye. And I'll usually, this is in my inbox, the very first place right here, inbox. So there's usually some over the top, like main goals for the month on how I want to move the needle. And then there is goals for that day or that week. It just depends on what I'm feeling. But I always use the phrase move the needle today, because I want to obey in what God's doing next. He moves pieces around in your life. I have, on my desk in my little pineapple tray, I have a puzzle piece. I taught at several conferences, and when I do teach at conferences, I hand out puzzle pieces when we talk about certain things, because God is always moving puzzle pieces around in your life. And if you see this piece, it has all different kinds of sides to it, and you can't jam this in to fit in the picture. You have to find out where it goes. Well, when I have a plan, a schedule, and I move the needle, it's kind of like me allowing God to move the pieces, and I get to see what He's lining up next in my life. And so if we don't show up, change is not going to happen. today, when I was working out, which we'll go on to today for a second, and then I'll just do a real quick flip through of my planner because I know my planner ladies are going to want to see that, but I have to just show you like what I did now. After my Peloton bike, I will show up here. And because I do not come to my desk until I do. And if you have not watched my morning routine, you're going to want to watch that because there's triggers before. I do not make my coffee until I have come downstairs, have done right here. So I'm not going to mark this up too much. Let me turn the page. Okay, so we are here. Today's Thursday. I have definitely AM. I'm going to tell you that when I was laying in bed this morning, I knew that I had this written down, and that is what got me up, is that I wrote this last night. I laid there, and I have the hardest time peeling myself out of bed. I'm not kidding you. It just does not come natural for me. I love my bed in the morning. So I literally have to talk to myself forever, and I'm working on that. If somebody has like the best way to just launch out of bed, I've done every book. I've done Mel Robbins' 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 launch. I'm not a launcher. I don't want to launch. So I just have to ask God, Lord, please lift me up, lift me up. And I did. I finally got myself out about 6:30, 6 o'clock. I love 5:30, but I didn't make that. But that's okay. And I start visualizing what happens in this period in bed, and it really helps me. So my AM routine was up, water. A lot of times I'll put apple cider vinegar in my water, and I get my good water on, brushed my teeth. You'll see that in my morning video. I did a 45-minute spin class. I'll talk to you about where I put all this in a second. I did my stretch. I did my prayer. I did my worship. I already read. I reviewed some goals, actually set an intention, and worked in my journal. Oops, sorry. Worked in my journal really quick, really quick. Okay, this was quick. But I got it all done. The hardest part was the 45-minute spin class, but we did it. On my watch, I can go back and review my workout. So what was happening here? I was 1 hour and 20 minutes in a workout. I burned 381 calories total this morning. So now I can hit done. So that is done. And then I'm one that definitely uses this. I love to watch I already closed my, I already closed my exercise ring. So I love watching this. I closed that. My movement is here. And then I love counting my steps. I like to try to get 10,000 steps in. So I'm at 843 already this morning. So it's kind of cool. So I'll look at this, and I like to have this on, especially when I work out, because I like my heart rate to get. My friend told me, and always, I love her, Bianca. She's like, because I'm like, how in the heck, girlfriend, how in the heck do you burn 1,000 calories in the morning? And she's like, get your heart rate to 140. And we should get our heart rates to 140. I mean, God's given us this beautiful temple. And I max out at like 133. So I'm getting myself up to 140, but I try to get up to 140 and I hold it for a few seconds. So I have some games that I play with myself when I work out, which makes it fun. So today I did like 6 intervals, and I actually got to 140 4 times and kept it there. So I feel really, really good about that today. So I'm going to be talking about where I put that. So that's the first thing I do, is I know that I did that. So when I turn to my weekly pages look like this. So up here in my weekly pages, I'm able to put then in this area, I will put what I did. I spun for 15 minutes. I did abs, meditation, read, I will really do that. Always do a water tracker right here. And then Tuesday, spinned for 30 minutes, and arms, abs, stretch, prayed, read, journal, fasted. I do fasting, so I calculate all my fasting here. There's 2 days a week that I don't eat until 2. And my last dinner, so I keep track of that. And then my water intake. Now, I went to bed at 1 a.m. on Tuesday night because I was printing, so I wrote that here. See, I kind of keep track of my health in this area. And then I did not get up early here, okay, in Wednesday, because I didn't get up and get my workout in or anything because I went to bed at 1. So I actually slept until 7:30. I was tired. So I listened to my body. I listened to my body. And when I came down to look at my planner, I did not set an intention to get up that day. As a matter of fact, if you go back here and you look, I have here sleep in because I was up late. So when I wrote in my planner the night before, I was like, that's okay, sleep in. You're going to give your body grace because you were working the night before. And don't put something down that's not achievable. And so then I just did AM prayer and read and then post office all by 8. So that I know. I know if something's up the night before, I'm not going to set standards that I know I can't meet. So that was how that looked. And then water. So now we're here today, Thursday. I'm actually going to turn this because I'm on an angle at my desk with you right now. So I ended up doing, this is kind of crazy, but I did a 45, which I'm so proud of, minute spin class. I did full on arms. I really want to work on my arms for the summer. It's my goal, and I need to obey and be disciplined to the people God's put in my pathway so I can reach some goals. So I did arms, and arms were 20 minutes. And then I did all my mat work. And when it's in mat work, I mean, I stretch in my mat work. I stretch a lot. And I'll do abs here, just some slight abs. I didn't focus on them today. And then I get right into my worship, which is just meditation. Okay. It's really meditation. So I'm just going to put meditation. I'll write whatever. Some days I write prayer. It's just kind of that time. And then I went upstairs after everything was over and I made my coffee. That is when I can make my coffee. I get really excited about that. And I usually post my affirmation. If I have something major going on, this really is just a dump of what my day is. There's nothing, I'm not doing anything major here, but writing out what my goals are. If I have coaching calls, I put them there. If I know I'm filming and posting, I put that there. If I'm printing and packing, I put that there. Today, I actually have a client that I'm going to see at 10:30. So that's happening, and I know that. I'll show you where I time this out. This is not here. This is just dumped of what I'm going to do. Tonight is newsletter and your affirmations handout to get ready for tomorrow's live study. So that's what this is. This is my weekly layout. I can do some memoing here. Memoing is I'm checking out printing cost and budgets. I'm working on that to see what the best is. And then your priorities in next week. And you know what? I do use that a lot. I was surprised this week I haven't really played with that. But let me go back to today. And this is the other one that I use. So you can see that this part, like you watched last night, I just write down the night before because it sets the tone for what I feel like when I wake up. I know that I wrote it down and I feel really good. I don't know. It's just a trigger. It helps me prepare the night before. And I get excited, like I was telling you, to get to bed and, just kind of relax because I know I want to do this. So it's just kind of helps me. Now today, it is right now, it is, let's see what time it is. It is 8:10, which is perfect because that's about when I wanted to be done with all of this. So right here, I'll kind of plan out my day now. And so I'm filming, which normally I wouldn't be doing that. I don't film until usually here. I'm usually doing emails here, looking at my goals, see emails, email setup, setting up the goals, whatever it is, looking at my week, returning emails. A lot of that happens. And then this chunk of my afternoon is either coaching calls, and then I have color codes. Pink is coaching calls, AM routine is gray, project time is in the nude. These are my absolute favorite pens. I buy them from Cloth and Paper. I absolutely love them. They're Tombos and they're awesome. So I have apricot, I have nude, I have like a subtle grayish, and I have the pink rose color. So they're really pretty and I like them, and I will use them. This is always coaching. So you can see my calls are all done usually in that. It just helps me, and I know that wherever I put it. So that's what I use. This is basically it. That's about how I do this. There's my weekly. You saw my weekly. Monthly, I just, again, doctor's appointments. I use my monthly for I have this is where it might get a little crazy for you. So follow me. And again, your journal's your journal. It brings you planner peace. I have probably 3 different monthly pages. So this monthly page that hits under monthly really goes birth dates. I'm leaving for Florida. So I want to pack here. And this has nothing to do with the study. This has nothing to do with anything. Maybe I'll put a coaching day in, but not really. This is not used for that. This says March study starts, so that's a big launch day. Free trial. I'm using some Wix things and stuff. So mainly birthdays and just me personal things that are going on is how I use this calendar. But if I go to my goal page back here, so I have this insert way back here that says goals. And I'll leave a link where I bought these little dividers from an Etsy shop. This goal page, here's February. I keep all of my monthly calendars here. Planner right here is all that I'm tracking with expenses in the ministry, expenses with everything. So that, again, is what this is for. It's just a tracker. And then at the very end is a month review of, at the back of that page with the tracker, is a month review on how things were going, lessons learned, what I need to do, just tattling, putting things like that together. Here's a good empty page I can use because I didn't put any numbers or anything in there, but here's my March one. Again, this is a tracker, and I'll start filling in because I need a tracker on printables. I need a tracker on my Amazon store. I need a tracker on all these things that I do because it's my job now that I left my other job. So I'm trying to learn now, coaching calls, YouTube, printables, Amazon, those type of things it's definitely the ministry. But it's my full-time job, and it's exactly what I would have been being paid if I was in a church. But now the church isn't making my handouts or typing up my classes or anything like that. There's no assistant. So now I do everything myself. So I'm trying to, study new things. So my goal this week is to contact Amazon about what that looks like at writing little books, like little Bible study books for you. My girlfriend told me that they may do that. Tracking inventory, better learn my website. And then my daughters are my one daughter is going to make very nice quality bracelets that say believe, behold, and become. And my other daughter is going to make a mug rug. So you have a little rug to put. Oh, they're so cute. Like, we need them in our girl cave. She has one and she's making me one now. I'll tell you about that later. So these are goals for this month. Post office, what did I spend at the post office for mail outs? I track everything that's going on so I know what I can do better next month. I'm not kidding you. It all starts right here. Giving God the first part of your day, the first part of your prayer, the first part of your affirmation, your worship, asking his presence to go before you and behind you and beside you and all around you. And I ask that for me. I ask it for my husband, each one of my kids, and then I ask it over the ministry and whatever lady I'm coaching, I'm praying for in that time. So that time is important to me, and that is when God moves the needle, and that is when God brings pieces of the puzzle to me. So I need to show up. So if you want change, show up so the Lord can begin to present puzzle pieces to you. So this tracker, if you can see why I plan, is because it helps me bring change. It helps me see things. It helps me see numbers. It helps me see schedules. It helps me right now, especially starting something really new on my own and outside of a building that helped run a lot. The pandemic pushed a lot of people into change, and I'm happy. I'm very happy for it now. So let me do a basic walkthrough because I didn't get to my goals back here, and you're going to love that. My goals are here, and here are all my affirmations for my goals. So I definitely turn to this page pretty much twice or 3 times a week. Lord, you will draw by divine source. I am smart enough. I am consistent. I can focus and will with Jesus. My word is efficiency. I will be productive. I will learn new skills. I will create and design. I want to see do. 3 checks. See that? And that's usually where I want to move my needle. And I do that monthly and weekly.
especially for weight. I want to move the needle in my weight. Well, if I don't show up and work out, there's no needle that's getting moved. There's no needle. So I know when the needle's moving on the scale. I know that. And I feel really good. My clothes feel better. There's triggers. I feel so much better. So that's important to me to work out. I will believe and inspire and help women daily. Stand tall and wear your crown. That's what I want to do. So I thank God for the opportunity, even during this change that I don't understand what's going on right now. I know I need to be obedient. So these are like my affirmations before my goals. Let me just show you the goal page. And then I have this. I love these. I love these so much. So when I wrote my March study, I was in Florida when I wrote it. And I had a date, February 8th. I had to come up with the theme and the topic. And then I needed to begin to create. So that is what I needed to do. I'm sorry, February 8th, I needed to already be thinking about the March topic. I was in Florida when this came to me. February 20th through the 21st, I needed to start creating and designing the March study. The breakdown here is I needed God to help manifest the study. Help me see how this had to come together. So these are spokes in the bike. So if you saw, or if you watched, this is going to be helpful. I'm so happy I found it. So this spoke is the breakdown of the goal. All right. Now, here's what it looks like. That's how I came out with the Bible study. Here's the title. So remember, I was asking God for the title on February 8th. Okay. Here's the title. Then I put down a spoke for 4 chapters, 4 weeks. And then I came up with a thought for a chapter, and then studying the Bible for over 20 years, you kind of can figure out topics and the Lord can lead you, and it just comes together. It just comes together. It really will flow. So then over here, this is all Bible studies that I'm working on right now, and I'm letting the Lord fill that in. So I'm working on Psalm 23 is going to be a Bible study we're going to do. The pineapple study, we're going to look into the Run Bible study a little bit, not a lot. I'm going to kind of recalculate it. We've already done the Vivid and Beauty for Ashes, and then I have 3 more here in the works. I haven't wrote those down now, but that's what I was working on last night. Every day, I think God kind of shows me another puzzle piece for what's going on. My goal for 2022 would be that I have all of this and I can give it to you with our theme. But you know our theme is fully awake. So these are what I use it for. I have one for my weight goal and what I want, and that's hanging up over by my Peloton bike. And then on the back, just week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I break down projects here. I brain dump on these. I really like these. These are everything in this planner is cloth and paper. I have to put our reading list in here. I have not done that. I cannot believe it. I'm going to do that today. And then the next sheet is passwords. So my website, ladies, every single thing has a password. Turn to the page. These are all notes on coaching calls, just things that I like to think about when I'm helping somebody set a goal and an outcome for a situation or a season they're in. Discovery calls. When I have a discovery call with somebody for a half hour to see if they really want to move forward with this I come to here to help me. And then I have extra paper back here, so I take notes on that, and then I pray about, what God would want. I get back with them on what their path should be or what we could do. So that's all of this, and I carry this with me because sometimes I'll have a discovery call out on the run. So that's in the back, and that keeps me focused. So let me just do a flip through now so this isn't too long, and you can enjoy it. All right, just like a planner video would. So Louis Vuitton planner, A5. I like an A5. I have several planners because I'm a planner nerd. I don't really decorate or anything. You'll see planner videos with decoration. There's nothing really like that in here. I always have the card for the month there. And then just some things in here. Progress is not perfection. So this planner helps me not avoid stuff. So I already talked about the inbox. These are all my little pages. This is today. Again, these are hourlies. And I always use these from cloth and paper. These are my little square flags that bring me right to the day, so I know where I'm at. So that's that. And then I go to my weekly. There's my weekly. And this brings me right to my day and my weekly, and that's how I track that. I might have done other pages. Let me see. I have another, yeah, I have this weekly layout too, and I've done this before. These are just big plain squares. I have a bunch of different layouts because I get bored, and I'll move them around. So these were squares that I was using, and I just went to this, and I actually love this. And then I use clips to section out all of my areas. So this is weekly. And then my monthly. And my monthly is, again, personal. This is just me, all my stuff that I have going on, lunch with somebody, whatever, start packing for Florida. I'm gone to Florida most of April. This is, again, the study, Dream Out Loud, Vivid, Beauty for Ashes. So this keeps track of all the studies that we're going to do all the way to December. How fun is that? And then this here, I keep all of my monthlies here. So here is my April. I already have down live study, and I'll be in Florida for that live study. I'm gone to Florida all of here. I'm home a week, and then I'm back in Florida all of here. So I'm going to be teaching in Florida and doing everything I need to do in Florida. And I am already working on this study, April calendar. It's going to be a different layout, but you guys are going to love April. It's going to be fun. So this is all this. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a long video. I know planner videos are, I just don't know how to do a good fast planner video. I'm so sorry. This is just another little dashboard. I have this, and it holds my stickers, and it says Dream Big. And it holds all my little stickers that I will use if I do. And then again, affirmations, my goals. So see, it's definitely a work boss. This is definitely a work boss. So again, I already showed you this. This has a lot of personal back here. The goals definitely have, like I said, a calendar for everything that's going on, from coaching calls to when I'm filming, what the video is going to be. This is workhorse stuff back here. And then another calendar for tracking expenses and everything like that. And then the goals. So it's helping. I think the best thing for me has been the calendars for tracking projects and goals. And like I said, that's completely different than this calendar, because this is just my personal birthdays, fun things, what my husband's doing. Sometimes I even write little memos in here, like had a fun night with this friend, went out to eat here. This, I just kind of track really fun stuff here. Sometimes I even throw affirmations on here if I'm not using it on my clipboard. I use my personal calendar different. So I order 3 different sets when I order my inserts, but I use these inserts, and that's all I use. A lot of times my planner is open to just this page. I love it, and I know that I have to just slip here for the weekly. And at the end of today, I will kind of come in and highlight and dot everything that I got done on this page. And then really, this is just kind of brain dump. Sometimes I'll write what we're having for dinner here. I use this a little different. But the workhorse part of my planner would definitely be this. So this is definitely where it happens. I love hourly tracking. It keeps me on focus. So now that's it with the planner. I mean, that's really it with my planner. Now what I do is I will come here right now, because I'm going to be done filming this in a second. And I'm going to give myself, I'll probably say 20 minutes. And I sometimes will do this to upload this video, start to edit. And you all know, if you do YouTube videos and you edit, editing a video can take, depending on how long it is, can take an hour to 2 hours. So I have a chunk of time before I have to be to my client's house at 10:30. And I'm going to try to get most of this edited, because I didn't do this a day ahead. Now my Bible study coming up in March, I'm going to be filming a day ahead, so it's going to help me. So I'm going to get this edited, and then I'll probably take my computer with me to her house while I'm working, and then YouTube has to process the video. And I have to wait for that. Then I got to make a tag, and then I got to do this, and you got to do this. So it takes a long time to do all of that work. I would want to say a good 4 hours, sometimes 5, to do YouTube stuff. YouTube stuff that takes a long time. That's a big part of the job, but that's how I communicate with you ladies. That's like super important. So that's my workhorse. But I can't get sidetracked at laundry or here because I'm working from home. So when I look at this, I set my timer sometimes at my desk and I don't move. I can't look at Instagram posts. I can't look at any other social medias. I have to stay focused on working. So this little thing right here helps me stay right on track, so I can match up to the timeline in my planner. All right, that is how I stay obedient. And of course, God has plans for us. It's being in His Word. It's everything you're learning in the Vivid Study to stay completely focused on God. But I just wanted to break it down and show you how I am aware of staying and hearing His Word so He can show me puzzle pieces. That this is how it works. I need a calendar, I need a schedule, and I need to show up. What do you need to show up for? Are you showing up? Because change does not come until you show up and open the door and let her in every morning. All right, I love you. Long video. Hopefully it was a fun video. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. for the live study. And we are launching the Beauty for Ashes study. All right, I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.